Peace, love, and light, Islam. Thank you very much for a few minutes of your time. On behalf of the entire Amexem-Empire population, I welcome you. You know, you could have been a lot of places doing a lot of things, however, you chose to be here. You choose to stay for the duration of this particular presentation. This is the ninth presentation we have done thus far in this particular series, the Amexem-Empire video presentation. We come here on this particular peace day to share with you some things that we are observing across the planet, because they have impact on how we proceed. Some of the things that we are observing across this planet is the ramifications of a recent coup in the Niamey. That coup in Niamey is one of several that has happened in the Alkebu-lan and the Ab.Zu, particularly on the west side of the Alkebu-lan and the Ab.Zu, particularly in the places that have been under the superior force of arms of the Franks and Gauls out of Paris for quite some time. Our kith and kindred in those areas are looking to free themselves from the burdens and from the clutches of Paris. So they have engaged in a series of coups, one of them in Conakry, a few in Bamako, some in Ouagadougou, and now in Niamey. These various coups, they are the effects. The cause or causes, they are many, but they all stem back to a common denominator. Our kith and kindred on the ground having enough of being marginalized. Here in the Northern-Amexem, it's a different type of scenario where over on this side of the ocean, our kith and kindred are heavily marginalized for other purposes. At the same time, it comes down to one hard reality. Our kith and kindred on both sides of the ocean are going through some serious changes. They're going through marginalization, and they're sick of it. Now, we've discussed the causes to a degree. We've discussed the effects. It's easy to cry and complain about a particular condition or circumstance. What's really important, particularly for our offspring, our posterity, is what to do about these things, these causes that lead to particular effects. What we do know is this: you cannot continue along the same track if you're looking for changes. You cannot engage in the same particular behavior pattern expecting a different result. What's going on across this planet is going to require a different line of thinking, a different way of thinking. Stepping back from what's in front of us with fresh eyes, to have imagination, to think clearly, and develop several plans and several backup plans, with several backup plans, still several backup plans. This is the way forward. Our kith and kindred, by and large, they can't quite explain what it is that is the causes. They can give you the surface things, the material things, but the hidden agendas and the hidden hands pushing those particular hidden agendas, they tend not to be necessarily clear on. Well, those things can be a hindrance, but they cannot stop things. They can slow things down, but they cannot stop things. Not accepting the spiritual, mental, and physical and financial chains, that's a start. Developing long-term solutions to overcome all the adversities, that is the mission. Within the Amexem-Moor-Empire, as per our Constitution, as the Constitutional-Monarch, it's my duty, obligation, and responsibility to present before the Amexem-Moor-Empire Imperial Council every Earth year a fiscal budget proposal. It's the Imperial Council's duty, obligation, and responsibility to determine to decide what the fiscal budget law shall be. Our competent fiscal budgets are designed to implement our plans. And our plans are about food, clothing, and shelter, access that's been equitable to natural resources and markets, and to be done collectively, fairly, and equitably for all the Amexem-Moor-Empire nationals all throughout the dominions of the realm of the Amexem-Moor-Empire Constitutional-Monarchy. We're on multiple continents. We speak 16 different languages. We must take into account a wide variety of things that allow for us to have and maintain and expand and improve in perpetuity our commerce and trade. Watching what's happening across Sector 4 for the Amexem-Moor-Empire, which is Alkebu-lan and the Ab.Zu, and the French-speaking areas where they've been pushing, and there's been several coups, as I spoke about earlier. There is a common denominator to all those particular coups. Parties engage with them, they engage in them. They have demonstrated that there is no plan on what to do, independent of the colonizing hostiles, once they have engaged in their coup actions. They said they want to be free of Paris, and they refused to give Paris back their CFA. And so Paris controls them through their alleged currency, the CFA. So we saw this happen recently with quote-unquote Barbados. They decided they don't want to be part of the Crown of England, as some would call it, yet they never left the Commonwealth. So you may have removed particular things off of documents. The reality has not changed at all. Parties engaged in the coup all over the place in Sector 4, the Alkebu-lan and the Ab.Zu, and things don't change after that. Lack of imagination, lack of creativity, lack of a competent plan. So I went back and looked at the economic activities and the various places where there have been all these coups. I went back 3 Earth years to see where things were and to look at what happened after the coups. What you find is no surprise. Absolutely nothing has changed. How is that a good thing? What did folks get out of these coups? It's painful to watch. We have plans to take care of organic diplomacy and governance, psycho-socioeconomic infrastructure for 45 command areas all across this planet. And we do this work to make sure that we have options, choices, and solutions that's practical, sensible, and yield forth results that save lives and improve the quality of lives fairly and equitably, no matter where we are on this planet. Our fiscal budget right now is designed for us to take care of not just the population of the Amexem-Moor-Empire, but there are those that are included within the Amexem-Moor-Empire fiscal budget laws that probably don't give us much of a thought. They see us as competitors as opposed to those to collaborate with to save lives and improve the quality of lives. And that's their loss. Also included in our fiscal budget laws are our kith and kindred, in particular places across this planet, where things are not good right now throughout the Alkebu-lan and the Ab.Zu, the Cebu-Cavite district, Cush-Harappa. Our fiscal budget laws require us to take into account how do we make existence and functionality on this planet for all of us better. And when I say all of us, the melanated heterosexuals across this planet, because all melanated heterosexuals across this planet are welcome to amalgamate into the Amexem-Moor-Empire. Again, for the record, I don't care what language you speak. I don't care if you are someone that prays or does not pray. I don't care if you pray to a stick. I don't care if you pray to a fish. Not my business. I protect your right to it. The work that we do, we don't care if your hair is coiled, semi-coiled, or straight. If you are melanated, you're welcome within the Amexem-Moor-Empire. I don't care if your eyes have a slant to them or not. You are welcome within the Amexem-Moor-Empire. I don't care if you speak Tagalog. I don't care if you speak Mandarin. I don't care if you speak Wolof. I don't care if you speak Mendi, Sepedi, Northern-Sotho, Kiswahili, Hausa, Patois, Creole. I don't care what language or dialect you speak. If you're melanated and heterosexual, you are welcome among us. We take these things into account in our fiscal budget laws to make sure that we can provide for ourselves independent of the colonized and hostiles. Most of our kith and kindred, they tend not to think this way, at least not right now. However, things are gradually changing. Parties are starting to ask questions. Maybe not the right questions yet. However, they are starting to ask questions. And some of them may very well evolve to go not just ask questions, to find out, just for the sake of finding out. They may become to the point where, look, I can't continue along this track that I'm on. This trajectory does not work for my family and me. I must do something different. I must engage with those who think like I think. I must look for ways that are outside of the box. And there are those that will find us. And they'll investigate us. And they'll bring their talents and skills with them. They'll establish a business inside of our commerce and trade abilities, inside of our jurisdiction and venue that we provide for them. They will apply before the Amexem-Moor-Empire Department for the copyright and patent, for copyrights, patents, or trademarks, for the products that they produce. And they'll trade them within the Amexem-Moor-Empire Global Common Market, using substance, not worthless fiat, paper or digital. They will come to find they are not beholden to the colonized and hostiles. They're not beholden to those pushing for what they call, quote unquote, one world franchisee management, because it's not government. There should be those that will decide for themselves that they are not interested in being under the thumb of the social engineering of the colonized and hostiles and their melanated puppets. And some of them may find their way amongst our ranks. We'll train all of you to properly pull your weight. We'll train you and deploy you in our 12 departments or 13 sub-departments. You do your volunteer time every month in that department or that sub-department. You report for training. We train you as adults. We train your offspring, so that you remain unencumbered unto the colonized and hostiles and their melanated puppets. We are eliminating the causes that lead to the effects in the form of coups and complacency by the melanated on this side of the ocean, stuck in the illusion of inclusion unto that which is not included in. The only thing the colonized and hostiles want our folks included in is the means for them to be economic slaves unto the colonized and hostiles. And the melanated puppets look the other way. They take the bribes and look the other way. You have parties that's there to maintain the status quo. They look just like you and I. However, they're not on our team. they're on theirs. Their actions make that abundantly clear. We're here, we're expanding, we're growing. Our learning curve is steadily expanding and growing. It couldn't be any other way. When we have to deal with operations at the scepter government level, the regional government level, the district government level, the local government level, down to the precinct level, our learning curve expands. We have so many subcultures within the grand culture of the Amexem-Moor-Empire now, it couldn't be any other way. Implementation of our fiscal budget laws, acquiring and deploying equipment, material, and supplies on both sides of the ocean, it could not be any other way. Learning to speak with our folks that speak Marathi, Tagalog, Dagbani. Learn to speak with our folks in Central and South Amexem, inculcating them into the work that we do. Because we are not monolithic to the point that we cannot be expansive in our thinking. We are flexible in our thinking to inculcate all of our family in. Those in Cusharappasi that don't desire to embrace the caste system or be pulverized by it for another generation are welcome amongst our ranks. We're not here to compel folks to do anything. We're here to show them they have options and they are welcome here. In the description of this particular presentation, this video, you will find the means to gain access to the website that we influence, modernmonarchy.squarespace.com. You will see our current fiscal budget law. You will find all manner of things, how to establish a business in the Amexem-Moor-Empire, how to open an account in the Imperial Depository System. We don't use banks. Banks make loans. That deals in credit. Within the Amexem-Moor-Empire, banks and credit are unconstitutional. The means to artificially create inflation, we don't allow that here. We've learned those lessons. We won't be doing that again. The means to establish a global common market, we've already put it in place. We have it. Our monetary policy predicates it. And wherever you are on this planet, you may participate in our global common market. We train you, as I said before. This is what we do because this is who we are, and we love you. You're welcome here. I should take my leave now on behalf of the entire organic nation whom I serve and all of our posterity. As the Constitutional-Monarch, please accept our thanks and gratitude for a few minutes of your time. As we have life, health, and strength in the body, be back in next peace day to do it all over again. Until we all gather again. May all of us, especially your babies, be healthy, productive, prosperous, kept safe and unmolested, especially as we go about our travels. May we all work to be humble but dignified, always firm, and always doing that which is honorable, right, and just. Enjoy your families, enjoy each other. Do the right thing, and always be a positive inspiration unto all who you engage or are engaged by. Go you forward, love yourself, and love others. Respect yourself and respect others. Contemplate and discern upon who you are within the Amexem-Moor-Empire, known heterosexuals, because you're welcome here. And again, we love you. With that, peace be upon you all. Islam, Islam, Islam.